Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Soon enough, it's gonna be the Daily Sports Show. Right?
Nous retour de la diaspora. Nous sommes de la
Power Music Bitch.
Yes.
listening to the Dindin Sports Show.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dim Dim Sports Show. All right. Okay. So, welcome to our new studio. This is the Dim Dim Sports Show from Kilimandjaro Radio. You can listen to us right now on YouTube, Kilimandjaro Radio. Okay, just go on YouTube, listen to Kilimandjaro Radio. Okay, or if you are in front of Facebook, just go to my Facebook page. All right, my Facebook page, Dim Dim Biba. I am online, live right now. All right. If you are in the car, just take your, first of all, don't drive and text. All right. Take your car, park to the side, go into tuning, look for Kilimandjaro Radio, all right? And then you're going to listen to us on air. Otherwise, just go to the website, www.kmdradio.com. So, right now, I am on air, okay? All right, so welcome to the Dim Dim Sports Show. Okay, so we're back with a lot of great things, but today is the very first since we went back with a new setup in the studio. All right, so my apologies if we have some technical difficulties like sound. Just let me know. Okay, so today we're just gonna go around the news, and then the next weeks coming up, we're gonna have interviews with some athletes, some people who are in the sports business, coaching, parents of athletes, agents, GM, president, and so forth and so on. All right. So today we're gonna talk about sports in general. So we have soccer going on in Europe. We have Champions League, Europa League, and all the leagues. Okay, the MLS is still going. The NBA is done, and you guys know who's the champ, right? Formula One is still ongoing. We already know who's the champ. Baseball is still ongoing. We know who's the champ. Even NHL is done. Who knows who's the champ? Sorry, MLB is done. Who knows who's the champ? All right. So today we're gonna talk about soccer and a little bit of basketball. All right. So what happened in the Champions League? But for now, stay tuned. Keep listening to the Dim Dim Sports Show. right, all right, all right. Okay, so um, I'm going back to Europe with Champions League. All right. Okay, so this week, well, actually, let's talk about the groups. So, for the people who are following a lot of football, soccer, European football, they know already about the groups, all right? But for you who don't know, so just listen to this. So, in this group A, we have Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Moscow from Lokomotiv Moscow, and Red Bull Salzburg. Okay, in Group B we have Mönchengladbach, Shakhtar Donetsk, Real Madrid, Inter Milan. Group C, Manchester City, FC Porto, Olympiacos, and Olympique of Marseille. And Group D, Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta from Italy, and Midland. Okay. Group E, Chelsea, Sevilla, FC Krasnodar, and Stade of Rennes, France. Group F, Borussia Dortmund, Lazio, the Club Brugge, and Zenit St. Petersburg. Group G, Barcelona, Juventus, Dynamo Kiev, Fenerbahce TS. And the Group H, Manchester United, Leipzig, PSG, and Istanbul. Okay, so last week, they all played, and let me highlight some big head-to-head. So Real Madrid beat Inter Milan of Lukaku, and it was really tight. So Real Madrid had to score in the last minutes, right? So they beat Inter Milan 3-2, goals by Benzema and Ramos. The usual veterans. Okay, yes, and Liverpool. By the way, the English teams are doing very well in the Champions League. Like last week, Liverpool won by a lot of goals. They won actually 2-0, but Chelsea beat their opponent by 4-0. So the English clubs are doing well. So even this round was pretty good, right? And so Liverpool beat Atalanta 5-0. It's a little bit surprising for a Italy team to lose that much. Okay. So, like you can see on my screen, for those who are live, and Ajax beat Midtjylland by 2-1, and another thing, Porto beat Marseille by 3-0. I guess the Paris guys are happy. So Bayern Munich beat Red Bull Salzburg. So Bayern Munich beat Red Bull Salzburg. Manchester City beat Olympiacos 3-0. By the way, my Bayern game, match was 6-2. All right. The next day, we had Barcelona of Messi, who beat Dynamo Kiev 2-1. Chelsea again beat Rennes 3-0. And once again, you have a French club who's not doing well. They lost. So, and talking about the French club, PSG, the best French club in France, they lost to Leipzig, a German club, 2-1. Sevilla beat FC Krasnodar 3-2, and Manchester United. Actually, Manchester United is not doing well now. You know, last week they did pretty good, right? They beat Leipzig 5-0, right? And this time they lost 2-1. So this is pretty much what's going on. As a group, in a group, you can see already that every, the number one and number two are going ahead. So Bayern and Atletico are first in the group. Mönchengladbach and Shakhtar are first. If today we're going to the center of playoffs round, right? They're going, and Real is staying. Even though Real has 4 points, same as Shakhtar, right? So Liverpool is doing well. They're first. Chelsea is first. Borussia Dortmund is first. And by the way, you've heard of that little one, Mukoko. He's an African from Cameroon. He's playing for Dortmund. A pretty young guy he's 16 years old. Barcelona is first, and Juve is second. Juve. So in that group, we had a head-to-head Barcelona-Juve, and Barcelona beat Juve without Ronaldo, by the way. So no worries. Okay, so, and of course, Manchester is still leading, their group with 6 points, right? Yep. That's the Champions League. So we also have Europa League. So Europa League, you have someone that you probably forgotten. His name is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So Zlatan Ibrahimovic is playing for Milan AC. He left LA Galaxy. Remember, he came to play in the North American League. And so he's doing well. So let's look at the results. Okay. So AC Milan beat. Actually, AC Milan beat. Actually, they won last week when they beat. Let me get my facts right. Yeah, they beat Celtics 3-1. And Zlatan, the invincible Zlatan, had a goal. Okay. So, this time, AC Milan lost to Lille. That's a French club who's doing well now. I mean, compared to the other club. But this is the Europa League, not to compare with Champions League. Arsenal beat Molde 4-1. Roma beat CFA 5-0. And pretty much these are the big clubs. Napoli beat Rijeka 2-1, and Leicester beat Sporting Braga of Portugal 4-0, and Villarreal beat Maccabi Tel Aviv Israel 4-0. So this is what went on with the Europa League. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the Premier League. Okay. So what happened is, in the table, Leicester City is leading. So Leicester City is leading with 18 points after 8 games. Tottenham is following, and just to remind you guys that Tottenham has a great coach now in the name of Jose Mourinho. So he's back, and Tottenham is doing good. The second, 17 points. Liverpool, the champions last year, 17 points. Southampton, 16. Chelsea, 15. Aston Villa, 15. And Everton, 13. Right? Manchester City, that's a big surprise. Manchester City right now with actually only 1 game loss, but 3 draws. So they are 10, right, with 12 points. Arsenal as well. A surprise, but not a big surprise. We know Arsenal has been struggling for a while, and this is what's happening with Arsenal. So Arsenal is 11, right? Okay. So yesterday, Manchester City beat Everton 3-1. Crystal Palace win Leeds United 4-1, and Chelsea win Sheffield United 4-1. Okay. So, and in Manchester City, Pogba was on the bench. He's been on the bench for a while because I don't know, he's not performing. But anyways, Manchester City is not Manchester United. Manchester United, MU is not doing well. Right? Yeah. So today we just got the results. So Arsenal was beaten by Aston Villa. Actually, Aston Villa always has been a, how can I call it, like a, I don't know, black horse or whatever to Arsenal. You know, when they play together, there's always chances that Aston Villa wins, and that's what happened. So Aston Villa beat Arsenal 3-0. The big head-to-head, Liverpool Manchester City finished by a draw of 1-1. So Leicester City beat Wolverhampton 1-0, and Tottenham beat West Bromwich 1-0. So to go back to Manchester City Liverpool, the scorers are it was 1-1. Okay, and the scorer was Jesus on the Manchester City side, and Salah with the penalty kick on Liverpool side. So the big guys historically, right? But right now Liverpool is still amongst the big, and Manchester City is a little bit down in the ranking. So this is what happened in the England Soccer League, right? In Spain, where you have the big guns like Real Madrid and Barcelona. So Real Madrid today lost to Valencia 4-1. Unbelievable. I don't know what Zidane is doing, right? But anyways, Real Madrid is still there, amongst the first, top 4. Okay, so, and Getafe lost to Villarreal 3-1. Real Sociedad win Granada. They beat Granada 2-0. And Levante draw with Alaves 1-1. Valladolid beat Athletic Bilbao 2-1. Okay. Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're still in soccer, staying in soccer on the Dim Dim Sports Show. This is the Dim Dim Sports Show right now on KMDRadio.com, YouTube Live, Kilimandjaro Radio, right, and Facebook Live, Kilimandjaro Radio, Dim Dim Biba. We on there. Okay, so the MLS. We are North America. We can't forget the MLS. Actually, because the MLS is becoming interesting now, you know, because the playoffs are coming. Okay, today Toronto unfortunately beat lost to the New York Red Bulls 2-1. Right, and the other games are still going on. But one good news for Canada is Montreal. So Montreal Impact, coached by the French international Thierry Henry, right? They just beat DC United 3-2, and they're gonna go to the playoffs. So that's a good news, right? And also Miami beat Cincinnati, and they're also gonna go to the playoffs. So here are the standings, right? From 1 to 10 in the East: Philadelphia, Toronto. So Toronto is number 2, about the best. Okay. So just by the way, this year, because of COVID-19, the playoff games are a little bit different. I mean, the matchups. So it's not that we're taking from 1 to 8. Now, 8 to 10 seeds. I'm gonna play some playing games, and they have a chance to advance to the playoff games. So the playing matches or games will be Nashville versus Inter of Miami, and New England Revolution versus Montreal Impact. So actually today, if Montreal lost, they would have been out. So they won the game against DC United, and they are in. Okay, so like I said, you have Philadelphia, Toronto, Columbus, Orlando, NYC Football Club, NYC Red Bulls, Nashville, New England. They're playing the playing games. Montreal, playing the playing games, and Inter Milan. That's on the east. On the west side, you have Sporting KC, Portland, Seattle, FC Dallas, Minnesota, LAFC, Colorado, and games are going on. We'll see who's gonna do the playing on that side. So playing games for now: Nashville versus Inter Milan and New England versus Montreal. All right. In the quarterfinals, we're gonna have Philadelphia playing, one of those teams that I just told you about. Toronto also gonna play one of those teams. Columbus Crew is gonna play New York Red Bull, and Orlando City will play New York City. This is on the east side. So we're still waiting in the west. They're still playing. You're still waiting for the results for the ranking. Okay? All right. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dimdim Sports Show every Sunday, 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 p.m. on Kilimandjaro Radio, your best Afro radio online in North America. Stay tuned for basketball news and other sports news right now. Thank you very much. Hold on.
Power Music Beats.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dimdim Sports Show. Dimdim Sports Show is online every Sunday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on www.Kilimandjaro Radio, kmdradio.com, or YouTube live Kilimandjaro Radio right now. Okay, on Facebook, Kilimandjaro TV, or Dimdim Biba right now. On air tune in app, Kilimandjaro Radio. So let's switch to the NBA. So as you know, NBA happened in the bubble for last year because of COVID-19. Everything stopped, and then they resumed, and we played the playoffs, and we had a champion. A champion is the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. All right. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So NBA is going to come back again. Earlier than expected. December 22nd. My French people. Le basket NBA est de retour le 22 décembre. So all the players and of course the league, but the players are the most important. They decided that instead of playing January 18, they want to come back December 22nd. So that's the consensus right now. We're going to have a Christmas game. All right. The schedule is not completely done or scheduled, but we already know that each team is going to play 72 games instead of 82 games, right? And yeah, that's about it. So we have some news, the trades and all that. So first of all, there's been a lot of movement on the coaching side. Okay, the Los Angeles Clippers just lost Doc Rivers to the Philadelphia Sixers. So if you remember, the Los Angeles Clippers were amongst the favorite to win the championship. Everyone was seeing the Philadelphia Clippers playing the Western Conference Final against the Los Angeles Lakers and LA, head to head. But guess what? It didn't happen, of course, because the Denver Nuggets were like, it won't happen. The Denver Nuggets were down 3-1, right? So Clippers were leading 3 wins to 1, and the Denver decided that they're not going away, right? So, and especially thanks to the Canadian Jamal Murray, right? He had big games, really, really big games. And Game 7 is like Kawhi Leonard just frozen, right? He's not a Raptor anymore, but on the east side, the Raptors, they lost to Boston Celtics, and the Boston Celtics lost to Miami, who went to the finals. And in the finals, this guy Jimmy Butler, aka Jimmy Bucket, he had big games where everyone was like in game 5, they were like, the Lakers are gonna crush these guys, but he came with a vengeance and big game. And that game was supposed to be a Kobe Bryant sort of remembrance game. They have the Lakers have a black jersey with a Kobe KB24 sign logo, right? But Jimmy Butler was like, nah, not happening. All right. But anyways, Game 6, the Lakers just they flush it out 4-2. You know, some people are saying there's some asterisks on this victory just because the Miami Heat had a lot of they had injuries actually. The players, you know, Goran Dragic, and Bam Adebayo, right? They were injured, so one game they exit earlier and they came back. You know, tried to play not 100%, but the Lakers still prevail, right? So coming back to the Clippers, so they, you know, they lost despite being the best, I mean, the favorite. And after the tournament, Doc Rivers, who was the coach, was dismissed, right? Quote unquote, they say, you know, it was arranged, but he was dismissed basically. Balmer wanted some change, and not even 5 days, not even 1 week, Doc Rivers was already getting calls everywhere, you know, and now he has a job with the Philadelphia Sixers. And who's in the Philadelphia Sixers? Our fellow African Cameroonian Joel Embiid, with they kind of call him the baby LeBron, you know, Ben Simmons, right? But there's still rumors around saying that they want to trade Ben Simmons away for James Harden of Houston. That's interesting. And by the way, also on the GM side, Houston lost Morey, who was their general manager, right? And he came to Philadelphia Sixers to be the president of operations, the president, right? Elton Brand is still the general manager, and Morey is the president. So that's why he was trying. I mean, the rumors are saying he's trying to take James Harden from the Houston Rockets. Can you imagine James Harden and Joel Embiid? Let me know in the comments, what do you think about it? When you listen to this video, let me know. For myself, I don't think it's a good thing, because James Harden is a ball hog, right? Joel Embiid also needs the ball, right? He also likes to shoot 3-pointers, distance shots. So I don't think it's gonna work if that happens. Anyways, so the Clippers now they already have a head coach, Tyronn Lue. If you remember, Tyronn Lue he is a champion. He was the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron was in Cleveland, and when they won the championships, and also lost 2 others, right? So he's now the head coach. He was actually the assistant coach, right? So now another news. Let's keep it on the transaction, the trades. So you already know that the Brooklyn Nets have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, right? So Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are with the Brooklyn Nets, and they just hired, well, a month ago, almost roughly, they just hired Steve Nash. So Steve Nash, who never been a coach or assistant coach, he's now the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. And that's not all. Steve Nash hired, who else? Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni, by the way, was the demise coach of the Houston Rockets, right? So after the tournament, the Houston Rockets fired D'Antoni, and D'Antoni used to be Steve Nash coach. How about that? What do you think? In the comments. Okay, so it's really weird. So someone was a player, wasn't even a coach before, and now You used to be his coach, and now you're his assistant coach. And that's not all. Steve Nash hired Amare Stoudemire. Amare Stoudemire, who just retired from basketball and used to play with Steve Nash under D'Antoni. He's going to be an assistant coach. So, I don't know. To me, it's going to be the bambula over there. Like, you know, you already heard Karen Irving, you know, talking about that the only player in the league to whom he can close the eyes and throw the ball for the last shot is KD. Basically, that's what he was saying, right? He was saying at least he has someone to whom he can throw the ball in the last minute. So he is throwing shade at LeBron James. He denies it, but that's the reality. Okay, so you already have these guys, you know, with a big ego, and you have a new head coach, and you have an experiment head coach being the assistant coach. Well, maybe, who knows? He could be helping, right? Okay, so that's the news on the trades so far. One news which is not really a good news, well, we don't have a choice, is the Toronto Raptors. So the Toronto Raptors, it looks like because of the COVID-19 situation, they might not be playing in the former called ACC Air Canada Center, now the Scotiabank Arena, you know, with the Jurassic Park, right? With all the Toronto fans, they might not be playing now. Just because of the travel restriction between the States and Canada. They want the Toronto Raptors to play in the state, and there's a bid for the cities to play. What cities are in the bid? Nashville just emerged to host the home games of the Toronto Raptors. Tampa Bay they were candidate. Kansas City were candidate. Yeah, so this is something that I just hope that the Raptors do not relocate completely. I hope that this is temporarily, so that they're gonna play next year in a different city, and they're gonna come back, you know, the home games in Toronto, right? Because the fan base is here, we are here, it's happening here. Raptors, go Raptors! All right, and yep. So, anyways, so the Raptors are still working to keep the games in Toronto. So they might have some you know, specific you know, pass by the authorities in Canada, so that they can travel easily, right? Yeah. So actually, between the States and Canada, you can travel by plane, but you have to abide to a 14 days quarantine. So this is the problem for professional sports, right? So now they're gonna take a look at that and see if there can be an exemption for the Raptors. Okay. All right. So, like I said, the season is starting soon. We are November 8th and December 22nd. The season is starting. November 18th is the draft day, right? Where you get the new guys from the young from the NCAA coming and recruited by the teams. We already know that the draft order. We already know that the Golden State have the number 2 picks, and I believe Minnesota Timberwolves have the number 1 picks. So let's see what's gonna happen. All right. Some rumors, you know, trade rumors is about Antetokounmpo not being happy because he didn't win this year, but I think he's Giannis Antetokounmpo is staying. No worries about it. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this was the Student Sports Show. Today was a little bit short. We only talk about NBA and soccer, right? On the Major League Baseball, I'm talking about the Major League Baseball just because the LA Dodgers won. It's been a long time, and it's been a long time that the city of LA had two champions at the same time in the same year, right? So the Dodgers won the baseball, but usually on this show we don't talk about baseball just because there's not a lot of African descent player in the baseball league, but it's okay. It's a sports show. So, yep, and of course we have our fellow in the Formula One in the racing, Lewis Hamilton, who beat Michael Schumacher. So, in a record of victories of races in the F1. So right now he's the GOAT. The GOAT is Lewis Hamilton. Okay, and he keeps winning. The last race he also won, right? Yeah. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the show. It's gonna be recorded. It's gonna be podcasted on YouTube, on www.kmdradio.com and other platforms. So keep listening to the show. Right? Thank you.
DD Sport Show.
Power music beats.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Next week.